Let's see. I'm going to pull my iPad up and see if I'm where I'm supposed to be. Looks like it. Good morning, good morning. I do want to see if I can put my let's see. Can you hear me now? Let's see. Can you hear me now? Awesome. Okay. Then I'm putting the AirPods away and I'll try that again later. How is everyone doing? I see Vicky, Lisa, Pam. Thank you for joining me. I'm so excited to be here. Let's see. Let me clear off my screen a little bit so it's not so distracting. As you can see, I think it's over here, yeah. I'm testing out eCam.live, so that has to be there while I'm doing my trial. And then I will be able to, I've used it before, loved it, and I'll get a subscription to it, and then that will, over there, will be gone. So welcome to Coffee and Crafts with Pamela at 9 a.m. I'm in the Texas Hill Country, and I have been scrapbooking and paper crafting for over 25 years, probably like 27 approximately. It was right after my first daughter was born back in 97. And in the end of 98, I joined Dot's Dozens of Terrific Stamps back in the day, back in December of 1998. And shortly thereafter, they changed their name to Close to My Heart. And I've been a maker, I've been a demonstrator, an independent consultant, and a maker. They've changed their names of us 3 times over the last 25 years. And April 30th, just a few days ago on Tuesday, was the very last day as a Close to My Heart maker because the company is shutting down. So very sad to hear that, but they worked miracles with Stampin' Up and helped us transition from Close to My Heart over to Stampin' Up. So as of Wednesday, May 1st, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So I'm excited to join you today, especially since it's National Scrapbooking Day, one of my favorite days of the year. I don't get to celebrate it every year because my husband's birthday is on May 6th, which is Monday, and a lot of the times we're celebrating that. So I asked if I could spend the day today with y'all, and then we would celebrate later. So that's what's going on around here. All right, I am going to switch my view I think I know how to do this, and then you don't have to see my face anymore, and we'll see all the good, awesome, pretty products. So here we go. Ta-da! All right, let me see if I'm straight. I'm really not. It's my camera, so give me a second. So I like everything to be straight-ish. Looks straight on the bottom, but not so much on the top. So we'll get it right about there. Okay, looks pretty good to me. Let me see. Am I still live? Guess so. I'm not showing up on Facebook. Let me look again, make sure. Let me know if you could still hear me. Okay, we look good, I think. Okay, so this is the new Stampin' Up catalog. Just went live on May 1st, and we can actually show you the inside of it now, which is really awesome. I'm not gonna do a walkthrough of it, but I am actually with today's products. They're not even, that I'm using right now this morning, they're not in this catalog. They were an exclusive item that was available. They're still available, and it will be available on the website. I think you'll have to look under online exclusives. So I bought this a month and a half, 2 months ago, after Close to My Heart announced that we were closing and they were working with Stampin' Up. So I went and this was the first stamp set and paper collection that caught my eye. So I wanted to test their products out and see what I could do scrapbooking wise. So here in a little bit I will show you what I did scrapbooking wise, but right now I'm going to make 3 cards and a little gift card holder. And these items right here with the kit, when you purchase $50 or more through my Stampin' Up website, which I'll have to add comments. I'll have to play around here and see if I can get comments, or I'll add the link when I'm done. That'll be the easiest thing for me right now. But I have a hostess code that you'll need to use when you purchase, but any order $50 or more before tax and shipping, you will be able to get my pre-cut card kit with the embellishments, and you'll just need the stamp set along with, you just need the stamp set primarily, but there is a set of thin cuts. Actually, they call them dies. Thin cuts are close to my heart. So they have a set of dies that you can purchase as well. So these are individually. Here's the stamps, which I think I just knocked one off. So we have stamps. And then I put this magnetic sheet in here, adhered it. It was self-adhesive. I put it inside the case so I'd have it all together. So $50 before tax and shipping, and you'll get the pre-cut card kit to make 3 cards and a gift card holder, which I'll show you today. So, and I only used 1 ink pad. So it would be just the stamp set, the ink pad, and any other items that you would want from our new catalog. So, like I said, I don't think the picture of this one is in here at all. There's one little section where it has products that carried over, and I don't think it was in here. It was not, so you can only find it online. All right, I'll talk about this more throughout the day, but I'm gonna set it aside right now, and we're gonna get busy creating. So I've got all my pieces. I didn't sort them out very well. They're stacked, but I'm gonna get them all. all the little pieces. I'll make sure I have everything. So this is what you'll get with your pre-cut kit. These are called adhesive back swirl dots. And then, let's see here, let me separate these out. Whoops, the second. One moment, please. Had to hide, it had to go hide right under there, of course. All right, and I think that piece goes over here. I have almost all the pieces situated. I need to order some little plastic sleeves for individual packages. So I'm gonna move, we're gonna do a little rearranging here. I wanna bring in close to my Versamat that I love. I love my new glass mat, but I also really love this. Okay, I think we got that. I think everything's pretty much, it's just those few little, what do you call them? Coffee beans that were being a little bit troublesome. I think that goes with this as well. All right, so let's get started creating. I love these colors, and I probably should have done like a cheat sheet. So I'm gonna get the catalog and just have it kind of handy so that you can see the colors. I used Calypso Coral along with Lost Lagoon. So there's only Calypso Coral on this one. I'm gonna set it over here. I can remember the names. And then this is Early Espresso ink. So let me just kind of set everything, get everything prepped, and we will get busy. All right, so I'll have when you receive the card kit, I'll email you a card tutorial. So it'll have all the instructions on how to put your cards together, but then you can also refer back to this live, the replay. It'll stay around and recreate your cards. All right, so this is a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece. I'm going to score it at 5 1/2, and this will be our card base. So I've had tons of fun creating cards over the last few weeks. And I have to laugh at myself because I really didn't think that I would get into the card making that much, but I started making some cards. I made cards for my new team members, sent them that, and then I wanted to make a card class. Try that. I think I have another little, there we go. I knew I had 3 little coffee beans. So, all right, these are all our pieces. Okay, this will go together really pretty quickly. Let's get let me find my 2x2 block. It has a stamp on it that I didn't put away. And we are going to put "You're the best part of my day." So we're focusing on coffee this morning. I would love to know what kind of coffee you drink. Mine has my coffee in it. It's usually organic coffee, but they were out this last time, like a medium roast. I used heavy whipping cream and some chocolate stevia. And I really, really love to put peppermint oil in it as well, but I'm out. So let me know where you're viewing from and what your favorite coffee drink, or how about morning beverage? Because I know not everybody likes coffee. All right, so these are the new ink pads for us, for me. I don't know, I guess Stampin' Up's had them around for a while. I would love to know who's familiar with Stampin' Up products as well. So they're a little bit different. You just pop it up right here, pop up, and then you can slide it right in there. So I'm still having a little bit of trouble on occasion getting inky fingers, but I'm learning as we go. There is a learning curve with it all. All right, so I've got my stamp set, the sentiment, "You're the best part of my day," and I'm going to stamp it here on this die that I did, and let me get the name of it. It is Everyday Details Dies. Let me show them to you real quick. I forgot I actually used these, so I need to grab them. Get them out of here. 1 second. I stuck them on they do not come like this. They come on a sheet and they're like double stick taped on it. But I purchased some of these off of Amazon, these 5x7 magnetic sheets. You can see the back, so I could peel that off and stick it to something. But on this one, I did not. So these are the ones that I used throughout these samples as well. So you wouldn't need them to create the cards from the card kit, but if you wanted to create more cards, you would need the paper, the stamps, the thin cut, the dies. I'm gonna have to really work on that because I'm used to calling our die cuts, for close to my heart, thin cuts. So they're just dies, just stamping up. All right, so I'm just going to ink up and stamp down here in the lower left corner, the best part of my day. And there's one thing that I didn't do, I think, so let me grab, I've got my scraps here. I pre-cut just about everything, but this is one thing I did not pre-cut, just because I wanted to show how I did this. Let me find some of the Lemon Lolly cardstock. This one right here. Isn't that pretty? And so I'm gonna pull out my close to my heart. This is the one piece of die cutting that I will do here just to show you. And it'll be done for your kit. So this is the die cut I've been using from Close to My Heart. Of course, it's not available anymore. And I'll be getting Stampin' Ups eventually. I figured I'd wait for a little while because this one works great. All right, so I'm going to do the coffee mug over here. And I'm going to actually, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I'm getting better at lining them up after I have cut the die cut. Sometimes you can stamp and then do the die cutting. I have not normally done that. There's been a little bit of a learning curve with these stamps. I don't know if they're really that much different, but all right, so I've got my cute little coffee cup there. And again, that'll be the only, everything else is pre-cut, so I just needed to do that one. And then I can stamp this coffee mug. Let me get a bigger block for it. Now I'm still using Close to My Heart blocks for the time being. All right, ink. And the screen. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see how well I do. Pretty good. I was off just a tiny bit. I think that's all the stamping we have to do, and now it's just assembly. Alright, so adhesive. Look at that pretty paper, coffee beans on the back. And I do believe they said, I was going to look and see, I hadn't tried it yet. Someone said that you could, yes, you can punch those, die cut those right out of using that little die for the coffee beans. And there's also a stamp for that as well. So that's what's kind of cool about some of these dies, is that you can cut things right out of the designer series paper. All right, then I need some, first we want to put this down though. All right, I have this twine. Let me look at the name of it. It is the polka dot trim. That's pretty simple. So it's got polka dots on it, as you can see. So I need to trim this down just a little bit. I'm gonna use my bigger scissors because they cut a little bit better. I'm gonna go right about, not quite all the way to the edge. I'm gonna do a little angle. And then I'm gonna have to use some, well, I don't have the little package. I have some tear tape. I'm gonna use a little bit of it on the back. These cards turned out so cute. These were inspired by one of my uplines with Stampin' Up, Rhonda Wade. There we go. And then I will put that about right here. And that'll just stick on there really well. And we're gonna put this up with some Stampin Dimensionals. So I'm still learning all the names of everything. I don't really need to put any right where I'm going to put this. So maybe a little bit right underneath there and on the outside over here. Let's see. Hello, Heidi. I may have to scroll back up. Pam's from, you're from Kerrville in Texas? Correct me if I'm wrong, because you spelled it with only one L. So I'm in Fredericksburg. That's Krista. Good morning, Krista. Okay, I think I've caught everybody. And Martha, thank you for joining me. All right, so we'll put this piece right about here. And then I cut this out of a old Close to My Heart thin cut set, but you could also use, I'm looking to see what I did with it. Oh, I just can't see it. Give me 1 second. I also got this with one of my first orders, the bee punch. So this would be a real pretty heart as well. I ended up using this little bee heart on one of the, bee heart on one of the projects, but so you could totally just use that. Okay, I'm going to put one little dot up here in the corner. I think that'll be enough because it's going to overlap right there. You could put some adhesive back here if you wanted to, because it's overlapping kind of at an angle. And then this is going to go down here, so we just need maybe one right in here. And again, a little bit of adhesive just right up there. And I should have put it over a little bit more. See here, I'm trying to get it to where it's not going to go past the, do it right there. Okay. Maybe a little lower than my original one, but that'll work. All right, so this right here is this just torn apart. There's some nylon, I'm guessing, that holds all this together so you can tear it apart if you want. And so there's two pieces together here. You can do them, I think, oh, there's probably like 6 to 7 different strands in there. So just another way you can use it, and I'm going to do a little bow. Or attempt to on camera. It may take me a minute. All right, there we go. Just maneuver it a little bit till I like how it looks. That'll work. You could pull those ends apart if you wanted to. I thought they were going to come apart, but there we go. If you wanted a little more texture, just pull those ends apart. Using some scissors might be more helpful. Okay. And then I just need a little glue dot of some kind. These are the really, these are the, I think these are my mini or micro glue dots. I'm just gonna set it right there in the center of that coffee cup. And then last thing we need to do, I have to use these a lot now. All right, so I have my glue in this little micro tip container. Saw this on YouTube and ordered them off of Amazon. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. So far, this has worked really well and hasn't clogged up. I just take that glue from the green container. I don't know if I have any handy. I'm not sure where I put them, but I just filled this up with the glue, the Tombow that's in the green container, into one of those, and really love it. All right, so we'll put one here. These are little coffee beans. I punched these out in pecan pie cardstock. And deciding which way I want to turn them. So these are kind of like just little embellishments. I am going to use some of the dots over here, the swirl dots. Just have a few coffee beans laying there, and then grab the swirl dots, and we'll do, I don't know if there's any adhesive on the back. Yeah, there is. Okay. And just randomly put 3, so odd numbers are best. So 3, whether it's 1, 3, 5. I usually do them in 3s. So is anybody doing anything fun today? Is anybody scrapbooking today? That is awesome, Pam. I guess we need to connect. All right, so there's our first card. Super simple and easy. Okay, didn't decorate the inside, but I probably will because I'm learning that it really adds a lot to it. So there's card number 1. So there's my sample. I was pretty close to the same thing. Look how bright and cheerful those are. It's a little bit, seems a little bit brighter, maybe on the, looks about like that, depending on which way I turn it. All right, so let's move on to the next card. And I love that one of the things I'm enjoying is the fact that they have, Stampin' Up! Has 8.5 by 11 paper, so close to my heart. Only had 12 by 12, which I absolutely love. And you can cut that down to 8.5 by 11 if you want. But I'm excited to get some 8.5 by 11 so that when I cut the paper, then imagine the 8.5 by 11, you cut it right down the center lengthwise, and then you can have like the stand-up card, like this one. So it'll stand up like that. And there's different reasons you would want to do it like that too, if you wanted to wrap a ribbon around this way or something, versus the standard card that we do, which I didn't do any of them like that for this particular card class. All right, so look at these little cups. Aren't they the most cutest thing? That's one thing I'm trying to get used to, is some of these dies are so tiny and intricate. Not used to that. All right, so I have one extra here for some reason. Let me see my sample. It probably goes to another card. So I want this one. So this other one will go over here and see if I use it somewhere else. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. You could take this die and cut this right out of the paper. Let me pull out some of the paper to show you. So these are my scraps. What's awesome about their paper too is that you get, I feel like you get more. I think I got 6 designs, like 6 sheets, 2 of each. Yeah, so this is like, that used to be like our specials we would have. They'd add more paper. Normally, I think we would only have 3 designs and like on front and back, and then 6 total sheets. So you can see how I cut out some of these. Isn't that cool? So that just matches up perfectly. And then I think, I guess that one doesn't. So I think it's just this one that I'm looking at the, so you could also take and cut out, there's a circle. Can't get it with my nails, I have to use this. So if I ever lose that, I'm in trouble. Then you can take this and actually cut that out if you just wanted that, or if you wanted to pop it up. So didn't do that, but I could have. So trying to keep it pretty simple, but that paper, that's what, and then the coffee rings, but this one right here is what got me, I think. I love coffee, and, whoops, sorry, I dropped my coffee cup. There we go. And then I grabbed some old adhesive backed vellum, so I used that on here too, from close to my heart. So I'll be trying to use up some of my products. All right, so we need to do some scoring again. We'll do our scoring, then our stamping, and then we'll just assemble everything. And we'll get a little groove going here pretty quick. All right, so again, we're going to score at 5.5. I'm just using a bone folder, but if you have a scoring blade on your trimmer, which I do, I just don't keep it in here because I can't keep it out of the way. All right, and then we'll just fold that, get that ready, and then let's do, stamping is super minimal on this one. All right, so let me clean that and put that away. And we're going to do the thanks so much stamp. And again, I only used the early Espresso ink on these cards. So I made it super simple. Just right in the center. This is one of those dies that I showed you earlier from the Everyday Details die. Love it. I just ordered some other ones that I really like that have stitching, I think, on them. It's part of my first order with Stampin' Up, official Stampin' Up demonstrator. All right, so there we have that. And then now it's just assembly. So our card base, we do a little bit more layering on this one. So look at that paper. This would be great for off-roading, like mud. Maybe your kids played out in the mud. So not just for coffee making. Yay, yes, I have lots of old close to my heart album retreats I gotta work on. So I'm trying to designate maybe a day a week or something I need to work on them. All right, then we have, I'm just gonna layer that on to the card base. So we have a nice, probably 3/8 inch border. Oops, there I go. Okay, this is, I'm gonna lift this up just a little bit because I gotta put my ribbon on there. Let's see. Then I gotta figure out which one is my ribbon that I wrapped around. I may have used the wrong one earlier. So let's just cut it in a piece. That should be plenty, just perfect. About 5 inches, because I'm gonna wrap it around. So let me get my glue dots again. Let me see my other ones. They might be a little bit bigger. I think I tied my, no, I thought maybe I tied it. Okay, these are a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna do them. And I could put some more of the tear tape on it, I suppose. Which I think I will put a little bit. It'll just hold it in place better. Just put it down the center. And I'm gonna line up this so I can get it straight. About 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. Okay, I don't want to touch the sides because I want to pop it under right here. Okay, there we go. Now I can put that down. All right, and then let me see if I can get the backing off of this vellum hard. There we go. I'm gonna grab, I've gotta look to see if Stampin' Up has some of these, and you can just barely see this, but I did it anyways. See the vellum on there? All right, and then we'll just build up from here. I'm gonna put, I'll just do 2 of the dimensional, Stampin' Dimensionals. Still learning the name of those. And since I'm laying it over top of that ribbon, just a little bit, I'm not gonna put any adhesive right there. Okay. And then we'll take that and adhere it right up here. So I just need, I think I can fit one right in the handle. And it is going to overlap a little bit, so I'm just going to, I think I only need about 3. Maybe one more right there. Right there. Okay. So let's see. Hello from Alabama. Who was that? Patty. Okay, I see. I'm just trying to keep up with everybody. I do believe the paper is still available, Lisa. I've been keeping an eye on it. I just ordered some so I could make my kits. I think it's going to be hanging around. It wasn't on the retired list. I don't know for how long it'll be around. So it is an online exclusive, and my understanding at the moment is that that doesn't guarantee that it'll be around if they sell out. I think they have replenished it once already. Not 100% sure, but all right, got to do a little bit more gluing. Okay, so I really don't need this one. I don't think I put it on my sample. I could put it on there. I'll go ahead and put it on there since I have it. It's more just a tone on tone look. But so these little pieces are for the coffee inside the coffee cup. So love the little details that they do with their dies. But it's also a little tricky. I'm starting to figure out, I've got to have these little tweezers. So I'm going to have to stock up on some in case they go missing. All right, so there's those 2 little coffee cups, and then I'm going to add a dot to this one. I'm going to do, I think, way out here on the edge because it's going to overlap. All right, so snuggle it up right in here. So I don't know if y'all been following along on my personal page at all, profile, but we had kittens this past Monday. As it got closer and closer, I was like, I know that she's going to do it right in the middle of all this transition with close to my heart to Stampin' Up, and sure enough, she did. So we had 4 little kittens. Unfortunately, one of them didn't make it. I was a little worried that Noelle, the cat, our cat, wouldn't make it either because she was struggling the next day or 2, and now she's fine, thank goodness. So, all right, then I want a few of these. I had a little bow, but I'm not sure I have that cut, and it's kind of time consuming. This, pulling this apart, like pulling the strands, I think that's why I have this long one, is a little tedious. I'll just show y'all a little bit. I cut in between some of these a little bit to get it started, because that nylon that's in there is, the first time I did it, it was pretty easy, and then the second time I tried it, it wasn't as easy. See, you can start to pull it apart, but it's pretty strong, and I didn't want to do that on camera, so we'll skip that little piece of jute that I'm going to put right there. So I'm going to use I guess these are pecan pie colored. And if you're just joining me, I let everyone know at the beginning that when you place a $50 or more order before shipping and tax with me, I will send you the pre-cut card kit for this. You'll just need the stamps and the ink. Everything else will be prepared for you. So 3 cards and a gift card. All right, so there's that one. I would put a little bit of jute right here, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. So let me show you the sample that I made with the jute right there. Okay. So depending on, of course, any of these, there's some dimension on them, plus the dots. You may want to add extra postage to it if you're mailing it. I've been mailing mine in clear envelopes, so when you do that, you have to add the clear post or the extra postage. So I'm not sure what it's up to now. It was 75 cents or more last I looked, so that's just FYI. All right, there's card number 2. We have one more card plus a gift card holder. I can't wait to show you. All right, so I think I got all the pieces here. Okay, so this one I'm gonna fussy cut, so I'm just gonna do that right off the get-go and get that out of the way. I've got my, oh, I already forgot what this one was. So this is kind of like a fun fold and has a belly band. So they're getting a little bit more, I don't know, I don't want to say tedious, but advanced. All right, so I just roughly cut this out of the pattern paper. That's the back of the paper. There's all these mugs on this pattern paper. But anyhow, so you'll get the, I'll send you the pre-cut paper with the ribbon and then a full package of the dots when you place a $50 or more order with me. You'll get a tutorial emailed to you. Okay, so just like that. And I do have a hostess code, but I will have to look that up and I'll put it in the description or the comments when I'm done with this. All right, so I'm not sure. I think that was scrap. And I'm gonna have to use this one, I think, for this. That's probably what it was for. So I got my ribbon messed up a little bit. All right, so let's set our pieces over here, all our pieces out. And actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this little heart in the center of this mug. So this is the little heart that came from that bee punch. I think that's what it's called, bee punch. So this creates a little bee. And it's still available. It's actually, I think, in the actual catalog. All right, so we need to score again. So let's do that. I didn't score them. Yeah, I'm not going to score them ahead of time. I didn't want to score it in the kit. It's part of the instructions. And then just to show you how to do it if you haven't made any cards, handmade cards before. And just line that up. Can do a rough bend, but then I like to take that bone folder and just press down and get you a nice crisp fold like that. Okay, so let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay. So I've got this piece right, and I scored it the wrong way already. I said it was a fun fold, didn't I? All right, we're gonna improvise on this one. So it's gonna have, it'll be okay because I'll have a piece behind there. But let me show you the right way to do it. We're gonna measure at 2 3/4 from both ends. I've been having fun with making some fun fold cards. I haven't done that in a long time. All right. So 2 3/4 times 2 is, should be 5 1/2. So you can see now I've got 3/4, but this, just ignore this. We're going to end up putting this paper, which I'll go ahead and do real quick, back here, and that'll kind of help with that, since I scored it by accident. Okay, it's just going to go over to the left side here, and then this piece is going to center. So this is decorating the inside. All right, so that kind of took care of me folding that. So it's not going to bend necessarily. All right, now I'll fold this one here. And then I have a little bit of, I got it off, adhesive. I have a rub and remove around here somewhere. All right, so that's part of our fun fold right there. Next, making sure I follow my instructions. Okay, I have this piece and this piece. We're going to adhere those onto there. There's that paper. You can see all the different, there's like 3, I think, different shapes of coffee mugs that you can cut out. There's another one I need to cut out. I was wondering if I actually got it out. I think I am missing a piece of white, so I may have to cut another piece. I think I had it laying around here. I think it fell out and I didn't know what it went to, so I'm not sure if I could find it. Probably just easier to cut it. All right, so there's that so far. Let's go ahead and fussy cut this out. So as you can tell, these are pretty easy to just fussy cut out of the paper. Tip, you'll want to turn the paper more than you do your scissors. So super simple. Looks like that. That one actually goes on the inside. So I am decorating the inside this time. That tilted a little bit just right there. Okay, so you could stamp a sentiment in here if you wanted to, but we're going to do one on the outside. All right, so let me, hold please. I was just going to look to see if I may have had that piece sitting over here, and if not, I will grab, that might be it, but I have some more white daisy over here. Let me see if this is the piece that I need. Nope, it wasn't, but, so let me measure, so this is what we're creating right here. Okay, so we've got that part so far. So let me measure this and cut a piece real quick. So this one is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. All I need is my paper trimmer, and I have some paper right here. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive only on the top portion, so about like right there, the top half. Close that up and then center this. Like that. So you want to stick around because I'm going to show one of my scrapbook pages I made, scrapbook layouts I made here a little while ago. I guess it was a month and a half ago. All right, I need a block to do my hello there, let's catch up. yeah, so the very first thing I created with my Stampin' Up! Products was a scrapbook layout. And I've been holding off sharing it much. Little bits and pieces of it. Okay, I'm going to stamp this right down at the bottom. Okay, hello there, let's catch up. Good morning, Dana, if you're still here. Thank you for joining me. Okay, put that aside. And now we're going to build up our belly band. Okay, so here are the pieces I need for that. All right, so I'm going to put this on with Dimensionals. Put one there and over here. I'm going to adhere this. There's another pretty paper right there. I love all the swirls. I think we have a new embossing folder that has a swirl image. I saw someone sharing that earlier. I hadn't even noticed it, so that would be cute with this collection. All right, and then just center that on top of there. And then I'm gonna set that aside so we can do the belly band. So there's several ways you can actually score this if you wanted to get exact measurements. I'm just going to wrap it around and I'm gonna do it this way. And they'll kind of meet in the middle. So kind of centered, and then just wrap it. You don't even really need a crisp fold. You don't want it to be too tight because you do want to slide on and off. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get some tear tape so I know that it's pretty. And this is just some that I, at some point, I don't remember, got it off of Amazon, I think. All right, I'm gonna do it this way. I do know Stampin' Up! Carries this. All right, make sure that it's not too tight. There we go. So it moves up and down. So that's called a belly band. And I want to do my ribbon around there too. So again, I think I will do some tape. If I can find the end. And I'll do this maybe about the length of, so I can put it on the back. All right, I want my bow to be over on this side. And I'm gonna clean up this edge real quick. Okay. I'm gonna tie a knot off over on this side. So I'm just trying to decide how much I want to come around to be able to do that. Maybe not quite as much. All right, so and then I'm gonna put this down. And that'll go on the back of this belly band. Like this. And that'll keep that in place good. And then all I really gotta do is come over here and tie a knot on the side here. Kind of manipulate your ribbon so that those polka dots show. So then, like it wouldn't show here, just twist it to the front and then tie it off tight. Okay. Again, I'm just going to grab these so that they cut a little bit better. And do them at an angle. Looks pretty good. All right, and then, so I think that will end up being, yes. Once I put this on, that little seam right there will be covered up. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of, maybe, I don't know if I can get tear tape under there. Let's see if I can. So it holds it down good. Could do some glue dots under here as well. Let me see if I can get it up. Here we go. All right, because I want that down on there. It's pretty tight, close to the knot. And then I can do some dimensionals. Or you know what? I think on this one, I think I'm just going to do more tear tape. You could do dimensionals. Then it just adds a little bit. Too much, I guess, is the word I'm looking for dimension. So if you're giving it to someone in person, that would be okay. All right, and then all I gotta do is tuck that up under there, kind of center it best you can. And press it down, and it should be, there we go. And let's not forget some pretty embellishments. Let's do 2 of these pecan pie dots right here. All right, let me know if you have any questions so far. Lisa, I will look up that paper here in a little bit if you haven't done so already and see. All right, so there's our belly band fun fold card. You just pull that off and then open it up, and there's your message. It's got a score back here, but that's not that noticeable. That was not intended. My mistake. All right, and then see if I can get this, there we go, get it back on there. And they wouldn't even notice until they took it off. All right, so there's that one, there's my sample, exact same thing. So now I have 2 cards to send. How cute, huh? These are so fun. I'm like falling in love with card making again. I want to use some of these ideas though in my scrapbooking, because that's my passion, is scrapbooking. All right, last but not least, where my samples are, let's pull out, I think I've got all the pieces here. And I think I know where I messed up. Okay, see right here? I'm using this piece anyway. So, because it's gonna be, it's not like the whole, is it the whole card? It's not the whole card. Yeah, I have to do a little bit of cutting here for you to create this one. But I actually spilled coffee on my coffee paper. Last week I had a little accident. But, all right, so I am going, let me rearrange here a little bit because we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. Let me find my die. All right, so I decided to use a close to my heart old thin cut that I had to make this gift card. This is not available anymore. If you have it, awesome, because you can recreate this. But if you spend $50, I will send you a sample. All right, let me grab my die cutting machine again, because I am going to, okay, there's a couple of things I need to do here. I think first I'm going to cut my paper to about 4.5 inches. So I need some white. And then I've got my brown. There's several things that I'm doing here. I feel like I'm missing another piece again, but we'll see in a minute. So I've already cut my belly band, as you can see. So I've got those pieces, and then that goes on the inside, I believe, along with this. And I think I need one of those little, don't remember, I might have two inside, and I don't know if I have another little piece. We'll see in a minute. All right, so I need, I'm just looking to make sure. I think we're ready. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my die cut machine again. I'm gonna show you how I did this. You can tell I just like everything straight. And everything's gonna be a little blurry, I think. Maybe I'll do it this way, this way. All right, so my first thing I'm going to cut is the full card piece. So this piece right here, I already have some not very tacky washi tape. And then let's run that through. There we go. So it cuts out this piece right here. So I've got that, set that aside. And then I don't want to cut out the whole piece right here. I just want the top part. So I am going to, I'm going to put my cardstock hanging off a little bit here. And then do it like this. So I'm not wasting a whole bunch of cardstock, but I'm getting that piece that I need. Okay, and then I can just push that up in there. Yeah, I did it. Spilling coffee on my coffee paper. I'm just glad I didn't ruin all my samples. Alrighty. So now I've got that piece, I think. Let's see. So I've got that piece now, and I'll just trim off that little bit. And then one more piece. And remember, this will all be pre-cut for you. Then I have this piece, and I just need the bottom down here. Okay, so it's gonna fold over and it's gonna be on the front. So let me position that on here real quick. I could cut it a little bit bigger. Give me just a second so I can make sure I got it on here good. So it ends up looking like that. I'm just trying to get the stitch marks primarily, so it all looks kind of like one piece decorated. And that's it. Hopefully I did that good. Looks like I did. I could have cut the paper a little bit bigger, and then it wouldn't have been such a problem, but All right, we're almost done. All right, so I've got this piece, and this piece, my belly band and everything. Let me get my stamping done real quick. Again, this was all just very minimal stamping on here. You could do a lot more with it if you wanted to. I'm using, again, You're the Best Part of My Day. I did end up using all the sentiments. Hello there, let's catch up, thanks so much, and you're the best part of my day. And this one just stamps right in the center with this cute little die cut. And then from there, let's just start building things up a little bit. I'm just going to put some adhesive and adhere that to this Calypso Coral. Everyday Details die. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peek at my sample so I can remember what I did on the inside. I did. I may be out of luck with the inside of the little coffee on that one. I don't want to cut another one right now. I think I'll actually wait on that. All right, so let's do, all right, so it's going to fold in this way. Try to line it up. It does have score lines on it already. I looked on the Close to My Heart clearance sale to see if this was available, but it's probably been gone for a long, long time. I don't know. And this is literally the first time I've used it. I don't know how long I've had it. So, all right, so your little envelope, this measures 4 1/4 by 3-ish. More like 2 7/8 probably. All right, and then we are going to put this piece here. So I'm going to glue that on. See if I need to trim any off the bottom. Not sure if I do. So I'm just overlapping it. I could trim just a tiny bit, and I want to do longer. I use these bigger scissors. There we go. And then this one is going to go right here, and then I'll trim off that piece. So I'm going to put glue like right up to the edge there, and quite a bit, so that it stays, and then line it over top. And if you wanted to do the whole thing out of the Espresso, what is it? Early Espresso cardstock, you could totally do that if you wanted to. I was just, I think, trying to be more cost effective, I guess. All right, I'm going to trim this one off. Just want to be careful not to cut your score. All right, how cute is just that right there? All right, so let's decorate the inside. I'm going to put that piece right inside here. I'm going to turn it this way, and I can maybe see if it's centered pretty good. I think so. Let me line it up. Looks like I got a tad bit long on there too. So I think it cuts, it may cut just a little bit smaller than 4 1/4 across. That piece I was, no, that's not what I was looking for. Oh well. Thought that was a piece of jute. All right, so there's that. You can tape your gift card inside this one. Oh, there's something else I did do. Oh, there is one more sentiment. I thought it was part of a different one. Okay, this one is teeny tiny, and it says, "This one's on me." So this is perfect for giving like a Starbucks gift card. Or any type of coffee that you prefer. And I'm gonna put it right up here at the top of this little section so that you can put a little note in your signature down there. And then these are just sitting down here in the corner, kind of tilted. Of course you can put, I'll put this one, I'm gonna have to cut another one I think for the Calypso Coral. And this is Lost Lagoon, so I remember some of the names. I'm learning them. I guess if I just get the color slowly, then I will learn them eventually. Alright, I'm going to tuck this one up, I think, underneath that just a tiny bit. So it's like that. And then just imagine it with some coffee. I guess it's an empty coffee cup for right now. And then that's the inside. I'll show you a sample with the gift card in it here in a second. Fold it over, and we go into this. Has score lines already in it, so that makes it super simple. And I love the stitching. So when it comes across just like that, I'm going to do some of the tear tape. That just is a little more sturdy. Make sure that that's, yep, I think that works perfect. It's just the right amount. All right. And if I can get it off. I'm going to do it around there first. Line it up. Okay, so it slides off that way. And then we need some dimensionals. I've got stuff everywhere. I was like really organized to begin with. Okay, so we want, I think I'm going to do 2 dimensionals, but right here in the center, pretty close together. And then just put that there in the center. Add a couple of the white vanilla swirls, not sure. One right there and one down here. And you can leave it at that. And voila! Here is my, let me show you the other sample put together. It's just, I did add a little bit of jute on this one. And then when you open it up, there's your gift card, and you can add your message right there. So super cute, super simple. I'm so glad I pulled that out and played with it. All right, so let me clear this off and I'll show you all the samples that we made today and wrap it up for this hour-ish time. So we started off with these cards. So just made one of each one. And then this one has the bow, this one does not. So I'm gonna put one on the bottom, that one on the top. And then we have this one, which had the belly band as well. So we did 2 belly bands today. And it sits like that. Hello there, let's catch up. And then it's a fun fold. That could be a gift card as well, possibly, if you wanted to add that. And then last but not least, our little gift card holder. Voila, see, there you can see my inky fingers got my sample. I did good today though, I think. All right, so thanks so much for joining me today. Oh, and before I sign off, see, I've got like a mess. I do want to share with you my scrapbook page, I think. I don't even know where it is now. There we go. It's hiding under here. Oh, and a couple of other little things. So, when I found out that Close to My Heart was working with Stampin' Up, so we could transition, there were 2 sets of, like 2 suites that I ordered. I ordered the Be My Valentine, I think that's what it's called. It's got the bees in it with the hearts. Let me show you. I don't know if the paper, I don't know if any of it's still available because it was on the retired list, but it was, just ignore that. I've been using my old Close to My Heart packaging. This had lots of cute papers. You can check the website. I'll look. It may come back or be on clearance. I don't know how all that works, but lots of cute paper. So I did that one. I will do some scrapbooking with it eventually. I haven't yet, but I made this card for my downline, for my new teammates. You make my heart buzz. I don't think there's anything on the inside. Okay. So it turned out really cute. And there's the little, I used the little bee punch as a caption. So see, this is still available. I know that. And I think the stamp set is. Paper, I don't think is available anymore. So there's the 2 hearts that I used. And then there was this pretty ribbon too. And then this is my upline sent this to me using the same collection. Don't think there was, yeah, she sent me a welcome message. Okay. And then here is my scrapbook page that I made. I love how it turned out. So let me tell you a little bit about it real quick. I used some of Close to My Heart's craft paper. I think this may be similar to not crumble, something crumble. I don't know what this shade is. Let me find it. Crumb cake. It might be similar to that, but I used our old craft paper, and I used Close to My Heart black cardstock, and this is one of the last awesome die alphabets thin cuts that Close to My Heart had, so I used it, fit there perfectly. But then I think everything else was, there's that paper, 1, 2, 3, 4 different patterns. There's another pattern down here I used some Close to My Heart stitch, the decorative shapes that were so popular. But this was part of that. Let me pull this so you can see it. Part of the thin cuts right here. You can make this little carafe. I think that's a French press. I'm not 100% sure. I have not done anything with this one yet, but I've seen so many cute samples. And then there I used some of the Stampin' blends. There's a little bit of a learning curve for us Close to My Heart former makers. And it may be that because I used white daisy cardstock from Close to My Heart, the Stampin' Up white paper may be a little bit different, but I had a little bit of bleeding issues, so I had to practice with that a little bit, and then it was fine. And then I did use some old Silver Bells, I think was this from Close to My Heart. I used these because these were out of stock at the time I placed my order, so they're back in stock now. At least they were as of a few days ago. And then so I've got Lost Lagoon cardstock as my mat. This is the early Espresso. That is Pecan Pie. Y'all should be so proud of me for remembering some of these colors. And then of course I made a 2-page. That's my favorite spread to make. So there's that. And then I just brought all that over here. And this was a Close to My Heart, Make It From Your Heart pattern that I used, and made sure I used some of that polka dot ribbon, and then the cute little coffee cups down here with I die cut and colored in the coffee beans. So I have 2 more pages I'm going to share this afternoon at 5 that I've created, and then I'm going to create a scrapbook page using Unbounded Beauty and the flower cart stamp set. I'll do that at 5. All right, I think that's it. I'll share the details on ordering and what I'll send you when you place a $50 order. I'll put that in the comments and in the description of this, along with the hostess code here in a few minutes. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you have a wonderful National Scrapbook Day. Hope you get some crafting done. And come join me again at 1 p.m. What is 1 p.m.? 1 p.m. is my Paper Pumpkin. I'm going to share with y'all all about Paper Pumpkin at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm going to do the cards. We got a Paper Pumpkin kit in our demonstrator starter kit for free. And I've already played with it a little bit, and I want to share about that with y'all. I really am super excited about it. Haven't been much of a kit person, especially cards, but these are beautiful, and I'm really excited about it. So I already subscribed to the subscription. All right, thanks again. Y'all have a great morning. Come back at 1 if you can. If not, you can catch the replay later. See y'all later. Bye.